We've got Pro Football Weekly's Way We Hear It, all the news, scoops, and rumors before they happen. And Hub, we start in Arizona, where the seat getting a little bit hotter for Ken Whisenhunt, a second straight disappointing season.
Well, and it's fascinating. You know, here's a guy who surprised everybody and got his ball club to a Super Bowl a couple of years ahead of schedule on the 3 to 5 year plan. But they've been terrible ever since. There have been bad personnel decisions. He can't develop a quarterback. He can't run the football, which is what he did as the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. And his defense hasn't played very well. And there's nothing on the horizon. The Kevin Cobb trade is looking really bad, and the natives are getting restless. Now, Rod Graves is the top football guy there, very patient guy. We don't think that Whisenhunt gets the axe at the end of this year, but we are hearing that these last 6 games are huge. They'd have to at least be competitive and probably win at least 2 or 3 of them if Ken Whisenhunt is going to be back next year as the Cardinals head coach.
I think questions are being raised. Was it Whisenhunt that got him to that Super Bowl, or was it Kurt Warner, probably a Hall of Fame quarterback? He's starting to look like it was more Kurt than it was Ken.
Well, remember, Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Boldin, some elite talent and a key offensive piece. 2 of those guys are gone, and they haven't replaced him with anything, and so that's why it's an organizational problem, not just a coaching problem.
Speaking of organizational problems, especially at the quarterback position in Denver, what is going on with the Broncos? John Elway talking to a radio station saying they're no closer to finding their franchise quarterback despite Tim Tebow's impressive start to the season, 4-1 record as a starter. Kyle Orton now showing the door. What is happening in the Mile High City?
Well, my hat's off to John Elway right now for being honest and being objective. Tim Tebow is not playing very good quarterback. They're winning football games, but you got to know you can't continue to win like this in the NFL. He didn't say Tebow's out. He didn't say we're disappointed. He pointed out a few things he's got to get better at and wants the fans to know we continue to evaluate this position. It's going to be a very strong quarterback college draft, and if Tebow does not improve over the next couple of weeks, they're going to draft a quarterback high. As far as Kyle Orton, it was giving Orton a release he asked for. It has nothing to do with Tim Tebow, and it's probably about if anybody's going to get another chance this year, it's Brady Quinn. It's not Kyle Orton, and that's a big if.
Yeah, it sure looked like that Tebow's probably not going to be the guy for sure going into next season. There's going to add somebody. Whether he's a part of that mix is what we'll have to see. In Tennessee, it looks like there's not a quarterback controversy, although we did see Jake Locker start to play last week and look pretty good, but still Hasselbeck the guy there?
The very interesting part of the story is Jake Locker looked very good. Mike Manchek was pleased, but after the game he immediately said, if Hasselbeck is healthy, he's our guy. And then on Tuesday said, and by the way, we think Hasselbeck's probably our guy next year too. So here's a team that is saying, hey, we've seen the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers experiment. We know this can work both ways. We love Jake Locker. We like Matt Hasselbeck, and it looks like Hasselbeck has a future, at least another year beyond this one in Tennessee.
It's a nice problem to have 2 quarterbacks capable of leading your team. A lot of teams wish they had that problem. That's the way we hear it this week. For the best coverage of the NFL, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.